Hi, I'm Tyler.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And this is the Fox Valley Film Critics. In this special episode, we're going to be honoring the Wayne's World 25th anniversary along with our home city of Aurora, Illinois. And we're going to join in this celebration and offer our opinions on these wonderful films. Stay tuned. Ready?
Ready.
Go! Hello and welcome to the show, brought to you by Groupthink Productions and FVTV. As we said before, Wayne's World is officially 25 years old as of this February, I believe.
Whoa, that's old.
Okay, we're gonna quit this voice thing really quick.
Yeah, this is bad.
But yeah. Anyway, Wayne's World is celebrating with Aurora because, as we know, Aurora is the setting of the film, which is a fun story, all things considered. But
yeah,
it is.
I wish there was that rock club that still existed there.
The wonderful, right? What was it, the hockey club?
I don't know. There was he meets, that one chick who's in it.
Tia Carrere?
Yeah, he meets her at like this poppin' club in Aurora, which is like, wow, this is definitely a Hollywood movie. This does not happen. Yeah,
this is definitely, none of this is actually, the great story of the film is that none of this actually takes place or was shot in Aurora, except for two shots apparently.
Yes.
2 shots are apparently done in Aurora.
Yeah.
But because
don't tell the folks who live there. We love it.
We love it. We do, even though it's not technically accurate. But for the past several months, we've been doing events and such. So there's been.
Have you been to a couple or?
I went to the special screening at I forget what restaurant it was, but it was the former Roundhouse restaurant in downtown Aurora. Okay. They did a nice brew and view where everyone was getting drunk and watching Wayne's World. That movie plays very well to a crowd, by the way.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, it had plenty of time to grow on people.
Especially whenever they name dropped Aurora, Illinois.
Yeah.
That was when it really kind of got the crowd.
Oh, definitely.
Woo!
Yeah. This is not shot here, but. Yes.
Yeah, it's more just the it's really the thought that counts.
Exactly.
It's better than Man of Steel watching Plano get destroyed.
I don't know what that is.
The new Superman movie where they shot it in Plano, Illinois, and the entire city gets destroyed.
Oh, why didn't they do it in Metropolis, Illinois?
Because there's no Metropolis.
There is.
Oh, there is? Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good question, but
there's this huge Superman museum there.
But Plano was probably cheaper.
Right. Yeah. Where's that at? It's
Plano?
Like super south, right?
No, Plano's like 20 minutes east of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, first time I heard of it. I thought you meant Plainfield. I'm like,
no, I actually took photos. I took in photos of the house where they shot Man of Steel. So.
You know what's funny? In Lamont, I used to work at the gym, and seriously walking distance, there was a house from this really bad MTV movie called Save the Last Dance, and they filmed some of it in that town. And the lead actress, her original house is there, and it's like, wow, it's right here. And like, there's that movie website. It was just like film locations in Illinois, and like, yeah, it's just goofy.
Sure.
I'll just type in stuff. It's like, oh, they filmed that there.
Digression on local film lore aside,
yeah.
I think Wayne's World is probably one of the best SNL films in my opinion. Maybe, I don't know if it was necessarily the best, but given the reputation it has, I think it
was the first too, wasn't it?
It might have
been. Or no,
been.
Blues Brothers?
Yeah, Blues Brothers
was that
probably
the first SNL?
I don't know if Blues Brothers came before SNL, but I would not be surprised if that was an SNL film. But
no, it was, yeah, because they originated during SNL, and I think that it technically was the first SNL movie, I think.
Okay. If they were, then I wouldn't know for sure. But yeah. So Blues Brothers, probably that might be the best one. But Wayne's World's probably the most like quotable and consistently remembered one.
Yeah, I like Wayne's World more than Blues Brothers. For a movie called Blues Brothers, there's barely blues in it. It's just like, this is mostly like soul. Like, I mean, it was just fine, but it's like very, very misleading title.
But yeah, this was 90s Mike Myers, basically at the height of his creative power, around the time of Austin Powers and stuff like that.
Yes. Oh, shagadelic, baby, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm very curious about like how this film kind of came into be, because I've, as you know,
heard through the grapevine.
This is Fox Valley TV. We are essentially Aurora public access. So in a way, this is kind of our prodigy. We stand in its shadow in a sense.
Oh, so that's why you keep inviting me on. Is that exploiting me there?
Yeah, Garth.
I'm more of a Austin Powers guy myself.
But yeah, so there's kind of a bit of a difference there, and I've heard interesting stories from our executive producer about supposedly there was a show up in Batavia Public Access that was very similar to this.
Yes.
And it's basically construed that is the origin of Wayne's World to some degree. Is some SNL actor probably just saw it on like Public Access when he was out in town and just like, I could probably make a sketch out of this. And it's just like they probably just kind of did that, but.
I tried looking that up, and I couldn't really find the origin of that story. I don't know. Like it seems
it's anecdotal, and I have no reason to disbelieve it because
it sounds plausible.
Our guest, the sources in the next room, and I'm sure he could tell better. But
cut.
No, but the basic idea is that it's probably a certain amount of it is true. That a lot of this comes out of local public access that probably doesn't even exist anymore. There's probably not even records. It's probably not even on YouTube or anything like that.
Yeah, because it didn't exist. No.
I'd love to dig into this and kind of figure out.
No, me too. We got to find out the mystery. Next episode of Fox Valley Critic, the origin of the Wayne's
Unsolved mysteries.
Yeah,
Wayne's World's origins.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool, actually. Yeah, we go. Yeah, then next episode we go to haunted house. Oh man, it's scary. What does it have to do with anything? I don't know.
Then we'll do the Scooby-Doo ending.
Oh yeah, I would have got away with it.
But yeah, I've rewatched Wayne's World a couple times in the past couple months just to kind of get acquainted with it, and I'm surprised by how much I like it. Like I know AVGN just did the first part of his top favorite 50 films of all time.
I gotta watch that.
I'm not going to spoil much, but he put both of these in the list.
Really?
Yeah, even 2.
Yeah, 2 like. I don't know, like I could see why it's forgotten, but I don't know.
I will say this: I did rewatch it for the first time recently.
Yeah,
there were aspects of it I liked. I liked the big factory setting. I like.
What's his face is in it? Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
He's always good, so you can put him in any movie. He usually does a great job.
It has probably the best single joke out of either of the 2 movies with the Charlton Heston cameo.
Oh, the gas station.
Yeah.
That was so weird. Like, I did not expect that. We need a better actor. And lo and behold, Charlton Heston was like, wow, yeah.
And he goes into this long anecdotal story that has nothing to do with anything about his, like, the true love of his life, and then Wayne just starts crying.
It was beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
He does another cameo in some other movie that was very, like, bizarre. I'm just like, wow. Like, he did it a couple times. And then the Planet of the Apes remakes movie.
Gosh. But yeah.
Regardless.
This is definitely height of Mike Myers, end of Charlton Heston's career, so.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, the first one is very good. I wouldn't say it's not a great film.
No.
It's not something to be remembered for the ages, but it's certainly a great inside joke, and it's a great kind of little
breaking the fourth wall as much as you can.
Oh yeah, that's like all the best jokes in the film.
Yeah, it gets a little redundant after a while, but
I'd say it's not
better than those awful Bill and Ted movies. I tell you that much.
You're gonna make someone mad. I like Keanu Reeves, but
I don't.
He apparently wants to do a third one.
No.
It's gonna be elderly Keanu Reeves.
Oh man! And then there's like The Matrix is supposed to be rebooted.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
Cool. Good. The first one's super funny. I forgot how dated it is. It's like dial-up internet and stuff like that. I forgot. I was just like, wow, this movie's that old.
But yeah, Wayne's World.
Yes. Oh yeah. And then another cool little cameo. Was it the first one with the T-1000 cameo?
Oh yeah, the T-1000 shows out of nowhere.
That was great. Yeah. Have you seen John Connor? That was awesome. Yeah. And because when did the first one come out? Because T2 came out in '91, I believe. So this would
have been very recent.
'92. So wow, man, that was still Terminator 2 is still fresh in people's minds. So that's awesome.
Oh, I don't think that
excellent.
I don't know who that actor was who played the T-1000, but I don't think he's getting work.
No, he shows up every once in a while. Like I think he does more like TV shows now. Like I think he was on like CSI.
The T-1000 is more cool than it is interesting.
Right.
So I would not be surprised. No offense to that guy, because
T-1000 he's a great actor. Yeah.
I just can't. I can imagine it being hard.
He got typecast.
Yeah,
that's what always happens. Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah. Back to Wayne's World. Yeah.
Best humor-
The soundtrack's kind of cool. It's a
I dig it a lot.
little dated. That Alice Cooper song is so cheesy. And I heard through a podcast actually, Mike Myers is like, dude, do that one song I'm 18. It's like one of his like songs from the 70s, and like Alice Cooper's like, no, that's old. I want to do something new and promote it. And so apparently that's why like they had a little, quarrel or whatever. So he actually gave in, and settled, and did that god awful 80s butt rock song. That song.
There's a lot of good music in this movie. A lot of the Tia Carrere stuff is really good.
It's all covers, yeah. Like they do Sweet, Ballroom Blitz, and then she does Jimi Hendrix. It's so funny coming from like a musician or whatever. You could like they totally mime it so bad. All like the drum, like you can never mime drums well, and that movie the movies are prime examples. Like he's on like the hi hat, but the song he's on the ride, and like it's just so funny. So funny.
That's just because you can't record live music.
No,
on set,
exactly.
so.
Yeah. Well, you could put pads, because for certain music videos you watch, like the syncing is right. Apparently they put like sheets of paper, like these plastic pads on the drum skin, so you still hit them, but it's not as loud. The cymbals, you put duct tape underneath them, so you hit them instead of like that washiness. It's cut, it's choked. So
I'd love to see like the raw footage from that, where it's just like thud, thud.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's some band, and I was watching their music video, and I personally don't like music videos that much. I'm just being funny. But I was listening to the drummer, and he's hitting the ride cymbal or the crash, and you see like the tape underneath it. It's like, see, that's how they do it. It's just like I always wonder how like they could sync up. It's like I can just imagine the film guys just like, okay, play the song. All right.
Yeah. Any favorite like really memorable jokes from the movie?
Probably bring back Alice Cooper. That whole where they're like, yeah, let's go backstage with him, and then like he gives a history lesson about Milwaukee or whatever.
The history of Milwaukee.
That was cool. That was actually really cool. And then there should have been more musician cameos. Well, the second one had Aerosmith, so that's kind of cool. Again, they do another really awful song. It's like, man, dude, it's like.
We got a gratuitous Chris Farley cameo.
In both.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays in the first one. He's
a security guard.
Yes, and in the second one he's a roadie. Two different characters. Yeah.
Yeah. He's basically there for exposition dumps.
Yes. Yeah. Which is cool. That was like I forgot how many movies he was in before he passed. Like he passed away like 97. He was in a good like 5-6 movies for like a dude who started his career like 87 or something. Like he was in a lot. Not all good, but he was in a lot. Yeah.
No one's all good.
Exactly. Yeah. Except for Keanu Reeves. No,
he's perfect.
Okay, I love Keanu. But
Anyway.
Back to these flicks. Yes, I remember, man, being a little kid watching SNL, and they would do like Best of Mike Myers, and they would show obviously clips of Wayne's World and the SNL skits, and like some of those are pretty funny. Like
I've never seen
the top
those.
tens. You never watched any of them?
I've seen Best of Jerry Seinfeld, but I haven't seen a lot of. But you
bad.
hated.
That
you
was
hated
bad.
That.
The game show one was a little redeeming, but man, that joke.
How good was Best of Mike Myers with Wayne's World sketches?
It's good. It was really. SNL. I'm not the biggest fan, but with Mike Myers, he actually does some really funny stuff. And with Wayne's World, let me think of a memorable one. I remember being a little kid, just like, man, and the beginning we'd be like, this is a public access show from Aurora, Illinois. My head would turn. I'm like, what? And I thought, because I thought it was a legit show, but then all of a sudden it's like, now back to Saturday Night Live, after the skit was done, and like that was probably my introduction to them. And then I forgot who they were, and then, on cable they show these movies like twice a month or whatever.
Yeah,
Especially
these are common.
Yeah, which is awesome, I guess. I don't know. They should rotate it, some other stuff.
That's my boy.
That's my boy. They will. It's a little too raunchy. They have to a very edited version.
These aren't that dirty though.
No, not at all. No, like they're what is it, PG-13 or something? I think.
Yeah, these are pretty clean.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
But yeah, final thoughts.
They're cool. Yeah, like you said, they're not anything great. They're not anything bad. Like I watched both of them. I remember because when you were gearing me up for this, like I watched like both of them back to back, and I don't know. I had a good time.
They're special movies to Aurora, and we will hold them
and
dearly.
We love them.
Yeah, we love them.
And we thank you.
We thank you Mike Myers, wherever you're languishing in your
Excellent.
post-Love Guru career.
Yeah, that stinks. Yeah.
But yeah, Aurora is still going to be doing more of these events throughout the rest of the month and into the summer. I know for a fact that there's going to be a special screening of the movie over at the Paramount, and they believe the first Monday of this month, and the last Monday of this month. And I'm planning to be there. Might be able to drag a couple of the other film critics. If you want to come say hi, definitely do. This has been the episode. This has been our special episode of the Fox Valley Film Critics. Thank you, Wayne. Have a good day.
Party on.
Party on.
Party on, Garth. I'm trying to do all of it.
We should have done more.
Excellent. I squeezed in a couple excellent. Yeah. You. every time. Oh,
Huge.
Man. Yeah. I'm a maniac. There we go.
Have you seen Willie's version of Maniac from The Simpsons?
Oh yeah,
He's
of
playing
course.
the bagpipe.
The bagpipe.
I'm a maniac,
Yeah, of course.
maniac.
And then they Bart Simpson pulled a prank where they put balloons on his kill, and like it wasn't that.
Does this help at all?
Anything helps, ma'am. Just try to get some sleep now.
I can't sleep.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm on my way.
Good coffee, huh? Oh my God! What are you doing in my apartment?